to work today. And again, I don't have a lot of time. It's complicated these days, but let's see. Because I got all the standard contracts in here, right? But I mean, these things import stuff from the local file system, which obviously I don't have. And this one, for example, here I messed up, but here's other examples. Oh, there's an NFT example. Huh. Simple NFT. But I mean, you see these things kind of import from the Open Zeppelin contracts. Oh, it's actually taking stuff from Open Zeppelin. That's interesting. Okay, but how do I know? So packages, Open Zeppelin, like, how do I know? So I think in the README there was something about this, which is basically getting started, run. Pre-install packages from Open Zeppelin contracts. To install the selected packages that are distributed on npm, make sure you install them using the package installer on the sidebar. Oh, but these are for the npm based ones, but there's just something from maybe everything I use is from Open Zeppelin anyway, so that'll make it easier, right? I mean, let's take a look at the I had a token and an NFT one here. Okay, but that's definitely super simple in terms of token and then in terms of NFT. So, okay, extensions. Because what I have here, let's focus on the coin one. So there's this is the standard and metadata and then utils. And the question is, wow. So these are things are pre-installed. This means if I go to replit, actually, let me just, so my browser history does not interfere with all these. Replit. I mean, how does these installing packages? So or what's more, even like Zeppelin packages and contracts, how I don't know how that works though. Is it that basically this is just internal stuff? So let's, for example, I need to figure out how that works at all. Like I want, because I know that what this REPL does, so what this project does is it just runs whatever it's in contract, that's all. And I want to have these things in separate files. So okay, I guess this is because of the way this UI is. At what point is contract.sol be the one that's recompiled? It can be these. It may be sorry. Compile. Oh, there's the compiling happening. Contract.sol. There we go. Okay, so can I, just for testing purposes, can I include these in here? So can I just say, for example, what's happening with the, okay, so can I just say, you know, like import, right? So can I just say from here, just delete everything. Can I just use that to just say import, for example, ANSYS coin sol and ANSYS NFT sol. Like, will that work if I do that? And if I run that, it's gonna break probably. But I mean, let's see if it actually breaks because of you know, missing the imports here, right? So let's see what it does. Doesn't look like. Reloading page. Whereas if I just copy paste this guy here and I stop and run, and that's gonna probably break. No? Huh? Connect wallet. We'll put the okay, and now it breaks. It breaks because of these. Okay, cool. So let's try to go back to what I had here. Okay, cool. So it's breaking. Just let's just stop it and start it again. Let's make sure that that this is at least correctly. Okay, yes, it seems like this is the thing, yeah. So if I have it in a separate page, will it still like, okay, so will this work automatically if I now say I don't want to see these because I have it here, and so let me just change. I'm just testing something, okay? So I'm just doing that, and because this is not updating, so I'll just rerun it or refresh it. Not rerun it, but refresh it. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So it's catching that. That's nice. Oh, so I don't even have to. So I can just say and I can just go here, refresh the page, and that should work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what I am trying to do is basically now try to find, okay, so I can, and this is just for testing purposes, right? I just want to make sure I have something to run and play the contracts and play with the contracts here, and I want to get them to run at least today, right? So I first things first is I want to see if I can, just by copy pasting that, it will work or not. You know, so essentially like I have no idea where these things are. Could be that they are here. Let's see. So yeah, callback not supported. Okay, so this is not found. So open Zeppelin. Zeppelin contracts. Contracts token. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that seems to work. So I just have to find where this is just the GitHub structure, the path structure. So I just have to find where this guy is, but it's probably search in this repository. Contracts interfaces. And then context of sol. In utils, import utils. So contracts access utils or contracts. So I'm here, and then what utils does is it goes. Okay, it's contract slash utils. Okay, so that should work actually. Okay. There's something in line. Okay, so now there's just something in here. Is it or what? Sorry. And yeah, that's complaining now about this one. So he is cool. Here, I guess just in case, what I should do is should probably copy the same, but this is 7-1. It's my guess. This is all utils, so I'd say it's probably these for all of them. Do I have multi-line editing? No. Because it highlights, so there must be a way to use multi-line here for sure. So I do that, and then where is these? And where is these? In this repository. It's contracts interfaces. And then oh, sorry, this is here. And then the receiver, as in token. Okay, so it's in this one. It's in the same. Okay, so this is in the same, and then input ANSYS coin. Okay, so actually what I can do is only import the NFT contract. That's all I care about, because that imports already the ANSYS call. So okay, but now everything seems to be okay. Now I'll be back in a second. So we're back. Cool. So what is it complaining about? And C's little string private name. Too much Python. Well, is that, what is that? Solidity. Sorry guys. Boom. Okay. Huh? What was all that? Declaration error. Undeclared identifier. Did you mean IERC721 and line 122? So, oh, because this is, okay, so the same will happen here, I guess. I call that ANSYS coin, so, and I think, you know what, to be, like, who cares about the name? Like, I'll just call it like, I'll just call it like that, right? No, it shouldn't be like this, man. So I actually, I should be able to call it whatever I want. But then I need to find where any of these is used. Anyhow, nowhere. And then here, match case, oh, select all. You see there it's being used. That's awkward. Because that should be, so if I search for these, right, there are 7 of them. This one, one, 2, 3, okay. The thing is, I guess this is basically to be replaced with these, right? So I go for these and I, can I replace? No, oh, what have I done? Sorry, I press refresh. And I'm looking for, I'm looking for ERC721 dot something, and so can I just replace it for these? I am not super familiar with replit, so I can't use all the sort of shortcuts and power tools, so I'm slow, but eventually I'll get there, because I can do a regular expression and probably can do a replace or something like that. Okay, so but now there's still 7 of them. I think that's a bit of a bug, but okay, so what about now? Oh, cool. I think it worked. Okay, so now I have basically, okay, so now I see these contracts in here and I can deploy them in these net. And I have 1 ETH, gonna get another ETH, Can I get more if? I mean, you know, but how does this work? Let's say I want to deploy, I want to deploy that, but I haven't really given it a name, right? Is it that I have to call the constructor? Probably. I have to if and breach. So I want to deploy the NFT contract deploy. Missing argument in contract constructor. Yeah, exactly. But how do I do that? I mean, how can I put the contract? Is it that I have to constructor, memory name, memory symbol? How do I mean, how to deploy contract and call the constructor with an argument? Deploy the contract with arguments and also pass the options. I guess it's a limitation of, I guess it's just a limitation of the specific implementation here of, you know, deploying multiple contracts. Like if I take a look at the examples, I think none of the contracts actually have the constructor. Oh. So wait a second, you can actually just do these as in like calling the parent. So ANSYS coin. Okay, so this just creates, so I guess name and symbol. But how does these, how does this know then anything? How do I know, like I can't, I can't, like, I'm not sure I understand how this works. So you can pass in your own NFT name and symbol, cool, sure, but this is calling the constructor of the ERC 721 contract. Right? And here we're actually implementing it, so I can't just do that. I need to create, can I have a solidity constructor Well, you know what? Actually, what am I doing? Like, why do I even need to do anything like that? I don't care about these. I just, that doesn't have any arguments, and I'm gonna well, I'm gonna hardcode the name. It's ANSYS NFT, and the symbol ANSYS NFT ANSYS. Do NFTs need a symbol? Does this need an actual token? Name? Popular NFTs. Oh, that just takes to the web page. There is a standard and there is a another name for NFTs in this contract. So I guess ANSYS NFT. ANSYS NFT and then ANSYS. I don't know. That's not super original, but let's see what happens. Because now I can say deploy this contract, and that's telling me it's gonna cost me whatever, and it's deploying. Looks like it's deploying. That's cool. If we get it to deploy and do something with it, then I'll just leave it here today and move on, and then we'll do something else. Oh, cool! Look at this. So it's there. Okay, now I have basically an interface to test stuff, right? Approve, balance off, and so this is cool because this is all generated out of the contract. So this is really, really nice. But I have no idea. Run. Ah, cool. Owner off. Token ID. Okay, I don't have any. Balance off. Approve. Token URI. Transfer. Why there's no mint? Because it's a private, man. Is it? What is the proof? Okay, so essentially we've deployed it, and we have the coin contract now in here, right? But we've just basically, that's what I've done. So there's just no mint. What there's no here is there's no mint method. Well, there's save mint, but these are all a bunch of internal methods, right? Why isn't mint part of the interface? That's actually an interesting question, right? So this is definitely the mint one. So address 2 and then the token ID. Okay, but it requires for the token ID not to exist. Okay, because essentially, I mean, that's the mean thing, right? So that's what we're going to do, the ANSYS coins reward and stuff like that. But there's no, I guess we would need a public method that takes in simply an IPFS URI, and you know, it allows us to mint an NFT. And so what that's going to do though is, as we said, it's going to mint it, but it's going to put it into sort of an approval queue, right? And so, okay, so I think now we're ready to kind of build on top of that. that's just very generic stuff. The mint, what the mint does, and why is there a safe mint? Safe as, I don't know what is safe mint. I don't know. Okay, but you can burn thing. You can burn. So this is internal stuff. You can transfer, approve. But then the public methods of these contract are basically approve. So safe transfer from safe. Why there is just two? Okay, one has this data bytes here. Transfer from, so you transfer one NFT from one address to another address. The symbol obviously supports interface ID, set approval for all, operator approved. This whole thing with approvals, I think this is the same like with so what is the approval stuff? Bounce off. Warner off, name, symbol, token URI, base URI, approve. So require can I go to this method? So okay, you approve the to address to operate and token ID. Okay, cool. So you are allowing others to basically move the token ID as well. So we have approvals. Okay, great. Yeah, I want to make sure I understand everything, so it's not really easy to exploit or whatever, but it's kind of a bit of a standard thing, so I'm going to trust definitely that that's built in a nice way. I mean, Ethereum themselves are like linking to these, so I assume it's kind of a safe bet to work on these. But yeah, that's cool. So basically that is really going to be like, there's not going to be this is really not going to be a, do I have to ANSYS coin? How is that even working? Didn't that break or anything? How does it even know where it is? ANSYS coin. Oh, there you go. I imported this contract. Interesting, but it's like, is it technically that contract is as well deployed? Like, I don't know how that works. But okay, you have these. You cannot interact. We'll see. We just have to work on that. Cool. I'm gonna leave it here. Happy. I mean, we could try. I'm just like, I don't have time, but I'm tempted to do that. Let's say. So this is a token ID. I mean, let's say that I have and I'm gonna add my own functions probably like at the end, so I make sure that I, you know, custom functions or something. So I have no idea whether what I'm doing is correct or not. Mint, and then you know, address to, and then this is basically IPFS or just URI, right? And so what is it gonna do? Is it going to basically is going to basically use the mint token ID. Yeah, I guess we can just use that, huh? I guess we can just use these as the URI. I mean, just let's try it. It's a dummy thing, right? But let's do I have to what do I have to do? Why is it not working? Address 2 got identifier. Oh, sorry. Again, missing the semicolon. No visibility specified. Did you intend to add public? Yeah, well, probably. Do I have to add the public modifier for things that are not function? A public virtual, okay. Public virtual. I don't know what virtual means in this case. I'll just leave it like that. So do I have to redeploy the contract? Probably. Yeah, probably. Deploying. And so let's see if that works in a way. So here I have my wallet address, and I'm just gonna open up IPFS. Okay, so I have connect page. I have this file here. Copy CID, no share link. So I'm gonna copy the. But that's a link. That's not what I want. Maybe what I want is a content ID, right? Because that's more the unique thing. So I wanna, now we have mint, okay, so, and I wanna do this, and then I wanna basically copy my address and run. Invalid big number string. Okay, but that's not an int, that's just a string. That's why it's not working. So can I just call it string and then reload the thing? Memory. To be honest, I've never used that before, so I have no idea why I have to put things like memory. It's like using strings for uint, string private name. Yeah, they put memory. I don't know what that modifier does, but we'll have to look for that. Conversion from string memory to URI. I'll just put something. What is URI? I mean, mint. It's just a token ID. It's just an int. Okay. So, okay. Well, just kind of like, I'll just put something random. Okay. So, I just want to test that things somehow work. I don't know why, but it's probably stupid. Unused function parameter. Oh God. Can we, whatever it is, can we just like, can we cast something? No. I need to create a token ID from that, right? Create. So ideally I have this URI and I want to turn that into a unique token ID. So which is what we'll put in here. So probably Solidity, I can hash it or something. Turn IPFS token ID into token ID. Can I just a hash or one? Generate pet. I mean, okay. So content hash. Okay, there's some kind of content ID that's being generated. For now, yeah. So for now, I just want to see what happens. So we'll just make a random thing here. That's not. And the thing is, I want to know whether. Okay, so I actually have to redeploy the contract. Deploy the contract. Testing is important. You don't want to do that in the Ethereum network. Come on. So essentially, we will need basically here a generate generate a unique token ID out of the IPFS, but I'm sure there's some standard way of doing that. Anyway, so here we have, and then we've got mint. Then I'm gonna copy my address, and then we'll run it and see what happens. So it's gonna tell me run this thing, and there we go. And now I have to balance off, and I can take a look at my address, and it says 0. That's not good. Because that has supposedly transaction hash. Well, maybe it's because it takes a while. Transaction hash. Yeah, there you go. We got a 1. So we got 1 NFT. Mint it. Mint it. There you go. 1. Okay, I like it. It's easy. It's intuitive. And to be honest, it's so easy to get set up with replit and this stuff. So now I need to work on here, right? So I need to basically take that in, put it into, I'll outline the concept sort of in the next video. I need to kind of put that into a queue of NFTs to be approved. And then what I need to do is I need to basically have a way for people to, for addresses to kind of register themselves as validators, and they need to stake ETH or something. Yeah, and exactly. And then once they do that, these people, if they are validators, they can get access to the queue of pending videos to approve. They can approve the videos, and once they approve the videos, they get a reward, they get a kickback, and then the owner of the NFT gets the actual ANSYS coins as well. And that's it, really. To be honest, the thing is, I'm not gonna, these NFTs, this is just, so they are minted as NFTs, right? So you kind of cannot upload the same video twice. So it's gonna need a hash of the content probably in there and stuff like that to generate the token ID. And so, yeah, you can always trick that, right? You can always kind of have small modifications to the content so it counts as something else. But because it costs money to mint, then you expect that, you know, that kind of brings skin in the game. So people won't just do that massively, right? Because it's just going to cost them money. And then essentially once you've done that, yeah, basically you get your reward and that's it. But you can't really do anything else with this NFT. I mean, this NFT itself then belongs to the contract. Okay, not to the contract. To be honest, no. I mean, the NFTs are yours. You can do whatever you want with them. I don't really care, actually. If people want to then put them in OpenSea or something, like, it's their thing. Like the NFTs that you mint out of that were we're gonna give you currency in exchange just because you've done it, but then you still own it. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, see you next time.